and we are going to go outside because it is a beautiful day. So join me, please. I'll just grab my coffee. Have you got yours? I'm going to be working on my character today. So that's super exciting. My character has been neglected. I've never gone this long in an outline and not had my character sorted already. So that's not good. I think I need more milk. Maybe we'll stop in the kitchen and get more milk. It's on the way. Come with me. Well, oh, this is so exciting. Look, it's so beautiful. I'm in the house and my transition sunglasses are already kicked in. This is so much fun. Come with me through my house. Oh, so good. My little country house out here in Hartley, New South Wales. Please don't look at how messy my kitchen is. Ooh, let's see if I can hide my dirty dishes. Grab some milk, soy milk, because I don't drink cow's milk. Even though the cows are right there, they're meat cows, but we don't eat meat either. So we just enjoy them. But I don't take care of the animals, I just enjoy them. And I don't eat the animals, I just enjoy them. But let's get outside. It's so beautiful today. So welcome. Hi there. Welcome. So glad to see you. Glad to see you. We're going to go outside and we're going to do some outlining. I'm going to have trouble opening the door with the coffee in my hand. So I might have to do this. Oh, so lovely. There we go. That's better. Ah! I just spilt coffee on my sock because the door is locked. Oh, wonderful. Oh, what a beautiful day. I don't even think I need a jacket. It is so nice out here today. Have a look at this beautiful. This is my backyard, y'all. How gorgeous is that? I am so lucky to live here. When I was young, all I wanted was to live in a place where I felt like I was, I was happy when I walked out my front door, and I am definitely that now. I am definitely that. So, outlining. I'll set you down. Hi! Welcome. So, I've got my notebook. This is my Preptober notebook. And I'm working on character. So I've got a video coming up. So hit that subscribe if you want to see this. But I tried a whole bunch of character outlines, all different kinds. And I kind of picked and choosed around what I liked. But I still haven't got a character name. So if you let me know in the comments what you think I should name my character, because I have no idea what I'm going to call this character. So far, I'm calling her narrator or my MC. Oh, cheers. Oh, golly. Okay, so what I said I was going to do my character chart today, and I am, but I'm going to do it in the notebook rather than on the computer screen. This is way too pretty to be sitting inside. Way too pretty. The sheep are laying out in the grass, and it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous day. And it is a good day to be a writer and to be alive, in that order. So the first thing I need to know is my character's name, but I don't know that, so I'm going to just skip that yet again and just say TK, because I still don't know what I'm going to call this character, and nothing sticks. Nothing even comes to mind. Usually by this point I know a lot more about my character, but at this stage, what I know about her is I've got her voice in my head. I've done that using some character development strategies from Judy Bloom, and I've got some idea of the action she takes. But I don't know what she's going to be like when it comes to, her personality necessarily. I know that money is a problem, so I feel like she would eat and dress according to a very tight budget. A lot of secondhand clothes, a lot of re-wearing things, a lot of mending things, a lot of food that is not healthy because it's cheaper, a lot of that. And so she's going to be, her head's going to get turned when, you know, she's in the palace, well, not the palace, but when she's brought into this rich lifestyle where there's a lot of expensive kinds of foods and a lot of expensive clothes, and that's why she's going to behave badly. So I know that. And I know that she's very preoccupied with her own aspirations and what she wants out of life. But I don't know really what else is happening in that space. And that to me is a bit sad. So the next thing on the list is, what does she want? Well, I know that too. She wants to basically be famous. But it's more than that. She thinks that by having a lot of social media followers, by having a lot of likes, and that she's going to be fulfilled. And she also thinks that there are things that you're supposed to have in life. And so she's checking off boxes. I'm gonna grab a handkerchief. My allergies are getting the better of me. I know there's one on the clothes horse just in the laundry room just here. So I'll let you look at the beautiful view while I grab that. There we go. That's better. It's a little bit damp still, but that's okay. And so I know lots of things about her, but what I don't know, and I think what I'm going to focus on today, is a little more about my secondary characters, because I feel like, other than her name, I've gotten pretty much everything I want to know about her up until this stage. So again, I don't know my primary secondary character is her sister. So her sister is sort of my subversive love story interest. Not that she has a romantic relationship with her sister. I'm not writing that kind of book. But the love story is going to be a sisterly love story. But it's going to take them a long time to get there, because they're going to be focusing more on so traditional love story tropes. And so it's going to be a bit of a it's going to be a little bit subversive in that way. But the sister has got to be my strongest. And I know a lot about her because she's probably the most present character in my short story that I'm basing this off of. So I know that she is more of actions than words kind of person. I know that she is very practical, and I know that she what she wants is right in front of her. She wants things that are more physical, more relatable, and she sees that she's observant. They're both very observant, but their focus is very different. So where my main character is looking outward, the sister is looking inward to their family unit and what will make them happy. And so she's extremely supportive, but also slightly hurt and maybe a little bit jealous of not her sister's success or anything there, but just she wants her sister's attention. She wants her sister to be present in their life together and to accept the life that they have. And this sort of is a opposite to Cinderella, or the character I'm calling Cinderella. Her relationship with her sisters, which is more negative. And I'm not sure I'm going to make two stepsisters. I haven't decided yet. I kind of go back and forth on that. And so, yeah, so that is the sister. And she is, yeah, so basically everything that my main character wants, the sister wants a more practical, a more realistic and a more present, current version of it. Whereas the in Cinderella, she's somewhere in between, I think. She wants success, but she also wants anonymity. She is very timid, but also very courageous in a lot of ways. She's sort of a contradiction. She's sort of everything that my main character wants to be, which is a bit of a difficulty there. So, and I'm calling her Cinderella because that's who she is, and I think I've decided, I think I've settled on that's going to be her public persona, that um her social media handle is going to be Cinderella, because it just makes sense. I might as well. I mean, I'm writing a very meta story, so I'm writing a Cinderella story. Might as well just go right at there and call Cinderella Cinderella. But her real name, I think, is going to. I don't want it to be anything close to Cinderella. I don't want it to be Ella. I don't want it to be Cindy. I don't want it to be anything like that. I think it's going to be something completely off, like Ashley or Amanda or something like that. I don't know why I said two A names, but I think it's going to be something like that. And then this, like I said, I can't decide if I'm going to have two stepsisters or one. And I know there's going to be a stepmother, but I haven't decided if the dad's around or if I'm going to kill him off. Sort of my favorite versions of Cinderella, he's dead. That sounds really morbid. But I like the only version I can think of where Cinderella's father is alive, and I think he's only alive to offer a male voice to the chorus, is in Into the Woods. In that version, Cinderella's dad's alive, and I think that him being alive is sort of he's just there to sing, really. I mean, I think the only moment that he's addressed is in the opening sequence where Cinderella says goodbye, father, when he's off to the ball without her. I don't think it's addressed at any other stage in the entirety of the musical. And so I feel like he's so superfluous, so that if he's dead, the fact that he's dead means that he doesn't have to be there and have a character and have wants and needs and take valuable screen time away from, or page time away from, the other characters. So I think I'm probably going to kill him off. I know that my main character's parents are going to have moved north. So funny saying that still. So in Australia, north is sunny and bright, and it'd be like you'd go to Brisbane or the Sunshine Coast or something like that to retire, the way that back home the retirees all migrate to Florida. So it's kind of like they've migrated to Florida, but because I'm setting in Australia, it's going to be the Sunshine Coast. But I'm going to send them there because I don't, they're not useful to the story at all, and I don't want to kill them, because one of the things I want to be true about my main character is I want her to be very jealous of Cinderella. Oh my goodness, the flies in Australia. I want her to be very jealous of Cinderella. I want her to be wanting things Cinderella wants, but I want it to be very clear that Cinderella's had it worse. So if my main character's parents are both dead, then Cinderella having two dead parents, it seems like the same. Whereas if Cinderella has no one left in the world except her horrible stepmother, who is taking advantage of her success, then it makes more sense. It looks worse, and the main character being jealous is kind of petty, which is what I want. I want her to be a little bit petty. She can't be perfect. I want her to be a little bit petty. I want there to be a reason why the prince falls in love. And Prince. So I've decided that his social media handle is going to be Monster Prince, which I think is kind of fun. I think he's going to be just a really, really successful YouTuber, and that's going to be super fun. I'm really enjoying that idea. Obviously, I've decided, I think I've mentioned this a few times, that I've got the producer as well. These are my, so I've got Monster Prince, and I got the producer, and then I've got William. Now, William is the only character with a name. I'm going to call him Will with one L. But William is a hangover from the short story. And in the short story, he's just sort of a good dancer and kind of fun to be around. In this, he's going to be a little more like Wickham from Pride and Prejudice. He's going to be a little more underhanded and a little more dastardly. And I'm kind of enjoying that as well. I think he's going to be a fun character to write for. A little bit wicked. I'm not going to make him quite as wicked as Wickham, I think. I think he's going to be a little more sympathetic than that. I think Wickham's a little bit of a cartoon character. He's just all bad. He's just a scoundrel. But I don't think he needs to be a scoundrel. I think that he can be a little bit different than that. And then I've taken some advice, and I've decided that the other participants I'm going to let kind of evolve and see what they go. And but Will is my shapeshifter, and so he's the one that changes. So if you've looked at that, the 8 mandatory characters in a hero's journey, shapeshifter is one of them, and Will is definitely going to be that guy. Doesn't have to be a guy, but it's going to be. So I've got 2 love triangles going on. So the prince and Cinderella and my main character is one love triangle. And then I've got the prince, my main character, and Will is another love triangle. And I might even make that really fun and make Will, Cinderella, and the prince a love triangle. And then I've got my main character also has her sister, which isn't a romantic love, but is a good love there. And so I'm going to have all these kind of like very, very comedy of errors. Something happened on the way to the forum kind of thing. So that is that. And you can grab the chart that I'm working off of here, that in my account, and I'll do a little screenshot of it on a short at least and show you how I fill it in. But I want to fill in all those down the side of all those mandatory characters, and then fill in their wants, their goals, what gets in their way. And for everybody except my main character, I've added a new column since last year, which is what the characters think of the main character. And this was sort of inspired by the idea of relationships and character being really important. So I'm gonna do kind of a little lightning round right now that I've got all my list of characters down the side. I'm going to say what they think of. So sister, I think she sees her as she actually is, not as she wants to be. So so she sees the true person. Cinderella sees the best in her, I think. I think Cinderella is a genuinely nice person. And I think she sees the best in everyone. Stepsister sees her as an ally and then a rival, I think. Ally to rival. And the other stepsister, I don't know, because I don't know if I'm going to keep her. Stepmother, I think the same as that stepsister, ally to rival. because they're like together in their sort of jealousy of Cinderella, but then as my MC sort of rises in the ranks, and especially up until the point where she gets mistaken for Cinderella, they're going to be more antagonists. And the producer is like, just wants to get this whole thing over with, so she's going to be the most dangerous in the climax when the prince thinks that she's Cinderella. The producer is going to be like, well, if you're not Cinderella, you know, there's going to be stakes there. So the producer will also think she's Cinderella, and obviously Monster Prince thinks she's Cinderella. And Will is going to also be an ally to a threat. So he's going to switch sides there. And I think that's really important to remember. What I like about the chart is I can refer to it while I'm writing. So if I'm ever getting stuck, or if I ever think I need to check something, oh, like what are their motivations, or what are they, what's their kind of personality trait that I need to remember, or what's their key physical appearance that I need to remember. This is really handy when I tend to give some characters things like glasses or jacket or specific boots or their bare feet, and I have to remember that they have those things. And I remember when I was writing the ghost story, there was a couple times like, oh shoot, she's been sleeping, where are her glasses? Well, I've got to like remember her to either not have her glasses and that be a problem, or she needs to put her glasses back on, and I need to remember where I've put them because she's just been asleep, so obviously she's taken them off. And so having that kind of note right there at my fingertips is really, really helpful. And so I will post that into my Patreon so you can do it too, and it's really helpful. And I'm gonna just plug this into the computer, I suppose, now. But I hate to go move inside. It just smells so nice today. Like, it's probably cow manure, but it doesn't smell bad. It just smells like spring. It just smells so lovely out here. I know that a lot of you are heading into winter up in the Northern Hemisphere, and I'm sorry, not sorry, because we just had the wettest, yuckiest winter, and the idea that spring may finally be here is just so lovely. And I'm really looking forward to November when I'll get to write outside, hopefully a lot more. Thank you for joining me, and let me know in the comments what you thought of going live on the mobile. This is a new one and I'm excited about it. So thanks a lot, and I will see you next week and in videos along the way. But keep writing in the meantime. Cheers. How do I turn this off? While I figure out how to turn it off, I'll show you my beautiful scenery, because I think I figured out how to turn the camera around.